63%, according to the latest Fox News poll, say that they favor deporting those immigrants. So that's a pretty high number. Can you square that with what we just heard from Priscilla's reporting?
We got to talk about the Democrat Party and their utter collapse, because what is honestly happening to the Democrat Party is really amazing. And I would love to see a case study on this, 10 years from now, like what actually really happened internally, and get some of those behind the scenes conversations. Obvious, some of the stuff that isn't out in public. We have a lot of speculations as to what is happening, but I really want to know some of those conversations that are going on behind the scenes, and the headbutting, because there's clearly some headbutting going on in the Democrat Party. But I want to dive into a couple of things that are quite interesting. One being how Trump has absolutely broken the Democrat Party by simply taking some of the things that the Democrat Party used to believe in and used to champion for, and forced this Democrat Party to fight against it, when in reality they used to all be for it. It's honestly quite amazing. With that being said, let's dive in.
Here's the problem that the Democrats have. Trump has outflanked them to the left on the economy. So he stole what was the Democrats' platform for 100 years, economic protectionism, creating an economy that rewards hard work of working class people, protecting labor through tariffs and through controlling the border by limiting the supply of labor, which of course raises the wages of Americans. This was the Democrats' economic platform since the New Deal. And Trump simply lifted it from them because the Democrats had stopped catering to labor and started catering to the kind of people Michelle Obama's podcast is for, rich women. And because the Democrats don't have an economic platform anymore for the working class, they had to take on Trump with these cultural battles that make them sound insane, like defending the right of men to show their penises to little girls in locker rooms, what Riley was exposed to horrifically. And so Trump found it so easy then to simply say, well, I'm going to be the moderate on this, on all of these social issues. And so he won both on the economic policy, then on the social policy, and then on the foreign policy by stealing the Democrats' anti-war platform. So basically, you have a New Deal Democrat in Trump. And so the Democrats are really struggling. Like, what would you say they stand for now? Well, they say we stand against Trump's abuses of the LGBTQ community. He appointed the highest ranking out gay in American history.
Yeah, it's not going to wash.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah, this whole narrative that Trump hates, like Scott Bessent. That's all you got to say. When anybody brings up that whole narrative, Trump hates this group, Trump hates that group, blah, 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 blah. We have plenty of examples. The latest is Scott Bessent. That's all you got to say, Scott Bessent. Conversation done. But also, it's not only that Trump has taken some of the Democrat policies, right? Because Trump used to be a Democrat. And that's why I say the Republican Party of today is a new Republican Party. It's not the old guard. This is a new Republican Party that has a lot of former Democrats in it. Me being one of them. Trump being another one, obviously. But not only do they have an issue with that Trump has taken on some of these, taking the 80% side of a lot of these issues and forced Democrats to hop on the 20%. But Democrats have literally gone off the deep end. I mean, what I'm about to show you here, and listen, I got to put a disclaimer here, Kash Patel, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want no smoke. I'm just showing you that this needs to be handled first off, because these leftists have gone off the deep end. I mean, they're literally out in public showing you who they are. But yeah, Kash, don't come after me, brother. This is the leftists saying this. Not me. I do not agree with what you're about to hear. Check it out.
Beheaded Donald Trump. Are you calling for his death?
I am, yes. I believe it's time that the people straight cut his fucking head off.
Mine says, if you want to know how fascism ends, ask Benito Mussolini.
And they hung him, right?
Yep, they hung him by his feet from a lamppost. That's exactly what every fascist deserves. The only good fascist is a dead fascist.
Now, are you calling for that to happen to our president right now?
I believe that the minute that Donald Trump decided to start ignoring judicial orders, he gave up the right to be the rightful president of the United States. He's an enemy of the nation, and yes, I'd like to see him hung by his feet by a lamppost.
But you wouldn't necessarily call for violence, would you? Are you supporting violence?
I think there's the people in power, that's all they're going to listen to at this point. I feel like we've done the rallies, we've done all these things, and they don't listen, and that was something that finally got people to listen. So I personally don't, but if that's what we need to do for people to listen, then that's what we need to do.
Democrats are showing you who they really are. That is shameful, because no matter how much we may have disliked Biden or didn't agree with Kamala, we never were calling for anything of that nature. And she said, well, they're not listening to us. Actually, they did. We voted. That was your voice. We voted. Did you forget? Like, it just happened. We voted. The choice was made. We made our voices heard. You lost. But because they lost, that's what they go to. And Kash Patel, listen, if we can find all of those folks on January 6th that were in or around the Capitol, we can figure out who these folks are. I don't care that they're covering their face. Find who these folks are and make an example out of them. That should not be allowed. Not be allowed under any circumstance, from the left or the right, right? But of course, that's not us doing it. It's people on the left. But that's also another one of their problems. They're showing people who they really are. They're burning Tesla stations, keying cars, doing all types of just reckless things simply because they disagree with somebody, and then calling for I don't even want to repeat it, but doing what you just saw in the clip I just played for you. But they want to march around and say that they're the side of peace and love and acceptance. Where'd all that go in that clip, though? Where'd all that go with all of these Teslas and Tesla stations and Cybertrucks and everything else? I thought you were the side of love. But that's, like I said, that's another issue that they have. And so much so that they've got the young folks, Gen Z, agreeing with Trump. Yeah. Typically, young people agree with Democrats, and as people get older, they start to lean more to the right. Now that's not the case. They're in a world of trouble, man. And one of the big issues is they have gone so far that it's waking people up to the truth. Here's an example of what I mean by that. When people stop saying, oh, we're going to believe you, and a lot of folks started doing our own research, like myself, which is how this journey even began, they started telling us that we were all wrong because we were doing our own research. And if you don't believe me, check it out.
Clowns.
Idiots who think that they can do their own research.
Don't do any of your own research.
Doing your own research is associated with conspiracy theory circles.
This go-it-alone approach, doing your own research, that can have serious consequences.
You should get prison time for even questioning the vaccines.
Can we all stop saying, I need to do my own research?
That phrase, do your own research, 4 words. 4 little words that are hurting America.
Doing your own research hurts America!
Everybody has a supercomputer in their hand that empowers them to do their own research, and that's the problem.
You must not do your own research.
I need to do my own research.
I don't understand what that means. I'm doing my own research.
You can't do your own research unless you're a scientist. Oh, do your own research.
Maybe you've told yourself you're playing it safe, you just want to wait and see since this is a new vaccine. No.
Grow the up and get the vaccine.
Unvaccinated people spread the virus.
Get the vaccine, you dope.
Don't be a
Get yourself vaccinated. That's just all there is to it.
There's no excuse. No excuse for being unvaccinated.
There's no rational and no emotional argument that adds up against getting your damn shot. There just isn't.
We want to make sure that people can discern the truth.
Okay, that's enough of that. So you get the message. When we tried to do our own research, they told us we were horrible, terrible, no good, very bad people for simply trying to do our due diligence. And that woke people up like, wait a minute. I'm not allowed to look up stuff for myself? Really? Oh, you guys have really gone off the deep end. And so you end up with a lot of stories like this.
I used to be a diehard liberal. I voted for Hillary and I believed everything that the media told me. I thought Republicans were the worst thing ever, and then something changed. I started to ask questions. If the media is so unbiased, why do they all push the same narrative? Why are Hollywood celebrities, who all live in multi-million-dollar mansions, telling me what's best for the working class? Why does every single news outlet trash one side and completely praise the other? I did what I was told never to do, and I started to listen to the other side. And guess what? The things that I thought that Republicans actually believed were never true. I realized that the media twists things to fit their own agenda. They cherry pick facts, they push fear, and they make sure that you never question the system. When I finally broke out of that bubble, I saw the corruption for what it really was. If the truth is on their side, then why do they work so damn hard to silence those who think differently? I know that some of you are already typing angry comments, but before you start calling me names, stop and ask yourself, do you believe what you believe because you researched it yourself, or do you believe it because somebody told you to?
If the truth is on their side, why do they try so damn hard to silence everyone else? That's all that needs to be said right there. Just right there. If the truth is on their side, why do they try so hard to silence everyone else? We can even take it a step further. If the truth is on their side, why do they tell us doing our own research is a terrible idea? And I played the clip for you, so you know it's true. They said it. But it's stuff like that that has caused so many people to walk away from the Democrat Party. They have pushed people so far that they've basically had no choice but to come over to us. And once they, start looking into it, because as you heard her say, I did the one thing that they told me not to do, and that was listen to the other side. And once you do that, you realize, oh, Republicans aren't who they told me they were. Republicans are actually nice people. But they told me they were all horrible, terrible, no good, very bad people and blah, 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 all this hoopla, when in reality, it's you. It's the Democrat Party that's actually those people. And it's playing out all in front of our face. And I played those clips for you guys where people have said, yeah, the Democrats sitting down when that little boy was getting honored, that really showed me who they really are. Oh yeah, Democrats keying Teslas simply because they don't like the owner of the company. Oh, that really showed me who they are. Democrat Party is in a tailspin, man. And I don't see them getting out of it anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Not until there's a huge segment of the Democrat Party that says, you know what? We're getting away from these far leftists and we're going back towards the center. You far leftists can stay where you at, but we're going to make a new Democrat Party. That is the only way that they're going to get out of this. It's only going to continue to get worse. Because if you watched the video from yesterday as well, I showed you guys, the Electoral College is not going to be in their favor. There will come a time, come 2032, I believe, where a Democrat could win the entire blue wall. The entire blue wall, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, and they will still lose the election because so many people have left these blue states to red states. So they won't have enough, and it's their own fault. But who am I? I'm just the guy who talks online from time to time. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and your opinions on this. As always, thanks for tuning in. And do me a favor, share it. Peace and love. I'm out.